Give me $10,000 and turn me loose on any used car lot in this country, and I will walk away with a bulletproof car. One that outlives cars costing 3 times as much, while some poor soul's brand new SUV is already back in the shop for the 3rd time. 3 cars. Nobody's lining up for them. Nobody's posting about them online. And that silence is exactly why they're still sitting there under 10 grand, waiting for somebody smart enough to notice. 23 years. One independent garage. I've had my hands inside more engines than I can count, watching the same cars crawl back into my bay again and again, year after year, while a rare few almost never came back at all. That's not luck. That's not marketing. It's what bulletproof actually looks like from underneath the car, not from a showroom floor. These are the 3 I'd hand my own money over for today, no hesitation. Let's start with number 3. Number 3, the Toyota Corolla, 1998 through 2002. You're probably thinking, Ray, that's an old car. You're right. That's exactly the point. A woman in her 60s came into my shop a few years back, gripping a printout for a newer compact her son had picked out. Financed over 6 years, a payment she really couldn't afford on a fixed income. I asked her one simple question. Do you need Bluetooth, or do you need to get to your doctor's appointments without worrying? She laughed. Then she got quiet. I found her a 2001 Corolla LE, one owner, 118,000 miles, $1,800, paid cash. Her son called it old junk. That was 4 years ago. She still drives it every day, and she hasn't spent 1 dime on that engine. Not one. The engine in these Corollas is the 1ZZ FE, or the older 7A FE depending on the exact year, and both are about as close to indestructible as a mass-produced engine gets. Timing chain, not a belt. Cast iron internals that shrug off 200,000 miles. No turbo, no direct injection carbon buildup, no computer nonsense that costs $800 just to diagnose. RepairPal rates these near the top of the entire compact class, and I've personally seen them cross 300,000 miles on nothing but oil changes. So here's your checklist, because I don't sugarcoat anything. 1. Check the head gasket. Some 1ZZ FE engines had an oil consumption issue. Pull the dipstick and ask if oil's ever been topped off between changes. 2. Listen for a rattle at cold startup. That's a worn timing chain guide, roughly an $800 fix. Negotiate hard or walk. 3. Check the frame rails for rust if this car spent winters up north. Surface rust is fine. Flaking, crumbling rust means walk away. 4. Test every window, every lock, every dashboard light. These are old cars now, and electrical gremlins are cheap but annoying. Better to know before you buy than after. Who should buy this car? Anybody who wants to hand a teenager their first set of keys without losing sleep. Anybody on a fixed income sick of car payments eating their grocery budget. Anybody who just wants point A to point B for the next decade, no drama. Who should skip it? If you need modern safety tech, this car doesn't have it. But mechanically, it will flat out outlive cars 3 times its price. Quick thing. If this is useful so far, hit that like button, because car number 2 is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about reliable cars. And tell me, has a mechanic ever talked you out of a car you were about to buy? Drop it in the comments, I read every one. Number 2, and this one genuinely surprises people, the Honda Civic, 2006 through 2011, 8th generation. Focus specifically on the 4-cylinder. A retired postal worker, 68 years old, came in with $9,000 to spend and a neighbor's advice ringing in his ear. Buy a used Chevy Cruze with the little turbo engine, the neighbor said, because it was on sale everywhere. I've replaced more turbochargers and water pumps on those Cruzes than I care to remember, so I told him straight. You're about to buy yourself a part-time job at the auto parts store. I showed him a 2009 Civic LX, 96,000 miles, one owner, $8,200, full service records. He bought it that same week. Now he calls me every winter just to say it started right up in the cold again. This Civic runs Honda's R18A1, a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder making about 140 horsepower. Nothing exciting on paper. But it runs a timing chain rather than a belt, built low stress specifically to age slowly. No turbo to leak oil into the intake. No dual-clutch gearbox clunking at every stoplight. Just a simple 5-speed automatic Honda had already refined for 15 years. Consumer Reports gave this generation top reliability marks nearly every single year it was built. That's not a fluke. Even bulletproof cars have things worth knowing, so here's the checklist. 1. Check for a rattling AC compressor. Known weak point, around $500 to fix. Use it to knock down the price. 2. Inspect the exhaust manifold for cracking. Common by 100,000 miles, roughly $300 to sort. 3. Take it up to highway speed and feel for vibration in the steering wheel. Worn motor mounts show up around 120,000 miles, about $350 to replace. 4. Check the door and trunk seals for rust bubbling underneath, especially on cars from Salt Belt states. Cosmetic, but it's still leverage for a better price. Who should buy this Civic? Anybody who wants a car that starts every morning without a second thought. Anybody who wants cheap insurance and 35 miles per gallon. Anybody tired of reliable cars with an asterisk. Who should skip it? If you need real trunk space or seating for a family of 5, look elsewhere. It's quietly, almost boringly, dependable. That's the whole sales pitch. Stay with me, because car number 1 is the one I get the most angry emails about. Not because it's a bad car, but because it's sitting on used lots right now, under $10,000, and almost nobody realizes what's under the hood. If you've made it this far, comment bulletproof right now. Number 1. And I promise you, this is worth the wait. The Toyota Camry, 2002 through 2006, the 4-cylinder specifically, not the V6. Write that down. A guy in his 50s, an electrician, came in wanting something impressive for $9 grand. He was cross-shopping a used BMW 3 Series with 90,000 miles on it. That car is going to bleed you dry one repair at a time, I told him flat out, and every repair's going to cost triple because of the badge on the hood. He didn't want to hear it. Bought the BMW anyway. 8 months later he was back in my shop, not to fix anything of his own, but just for a ride, because the BMW was up on a lift 2 towns over getting a $2,200 electrical repair. He asked me, almost embarrassed, what I would have bought instead. I pulled up a 2004 Camry LE, 121,000 miles, one careful owner, $8,900. He bought it that afternoon, sold the BMW at a loss, and never looked back. 3 years later, that Camry has cost him an alternator and nothing else. The engine is Toyota's 2AZ FE, a 2.4-litre 4-cylinder, one of the most overbuilt motors Toyota ever mass-produced. It runs a timing chain, never a belt. No turbo, no direct injection gunk. This engine routinely crosses 250,000 miles on nothing but oil changes, and I've personally seen them run past 300,000 with the original transmission still shifting clean. Consumer Reports and RepairPal both put this Camry near the top of every reliability chart they've published. And here's what should make you a little upset if you've been chasing badges your whole life. This is the same engineering, the same reliability DNA, that Lexus charged thousands more for in the ES300 that same year. People paid the Lexus tax for a nicer dashboard. Under the hood? Nearly the same bones. I don't hand out fairy tales, so here's the checklist. 1. On earlier years, check for oil sludge. Ask for maintenance records. No records, budget for an inspection or walk. 2. Listen for a whining power steering pump at idle. About $250 to fix, and an easy bargaining chip. 3. Take it to highway speed and feel for vibration through the brake pedal. Warped rotors are common and cheap, around $180 a pair. 4. Check the dashboard for cracking near the defrost vents. It's purely cosmetic, extremely common from sun exposure, and tells you nothing about what's happening under the hood. Don't let a cracked dash scare you off a genuinely good engine. Who should buy this Camry? Anybody who wants the most car for the least money on planet Earth. Anybody sick of affordable cars with a $5,000 catch hiding somewhere. Anybody who wants to drive something for 15 years and forget it's even a car most days. Who should skip it? If you need something flashy in the driveway, this isn't it. It's beige, it's quiet, it's forgettable in the best possible way. So there they are. 3 bulletproof cars, every one of them under $10,000, sitting on lots across this country right now. The Corolla, the car I'd hand my own mother the keys to without a second thought. Next, the Civic, quietly outlasting cars twice its price while nobody's paying attention. And finally the Camry, proof you can get Lexus-level engineering without ever paying the Lexus tax. 23 years, I've watched people cry over repair bills on cars that looked perfect on the outside. I've also watched people drive these same 3 cars for over a decade without so much as a check engine light. By right, take care of it, and it will outlast almost anything parked next to it on that lot. If this video just saved you from a mistake, do me a favor, subscribe, because I've got a lot more of these coming. The cars dealers quietly hope you overlook, and the ones that actually deserve your money. Drop a comment telling me which one of these 3 you'd drive, and if you already own one, tell everybody how many miles you're at. I read every single one, and I'll see you in the next one.